G-Squad, what's happening with y'all, baby? Tall guy back with another legendary video, man. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, man. Which is better, the Hellcat or the Camaro ZL1? I've been driving it for exactly a week now. So without further ado, let's get this video started. Let's go ahead and buckle up. Let's get this show on the road, man. This Camaro ZL1 is a straight pure monster. But at the same time, the Hellcat ain't no whip you want to play with at all. So this is about to be a tough video, man, because both of them, obviously a Hellcat stock comes with 707 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. And the Camaro ZL1 comes with 650 pound-feet of torque and 650 horsepower. But then at the same time, the Camaro ZL1 is lighter, where the Hellcat is obviously heavier. I think this all comes down to which, hold on, let me go ahead and give it a little pull. Ooh, this train is buck-ass nasty, man. But at the same time, I haven't driven my Hellcat in a while, so look at her, she wanna go crazy. Let me catch up and go fast. Smash right by her, like calm down and relax, you know what I mean? But little underpass, here we go. Woo! I meant to put that thing in the, hold on, look at the downshifts. Downshifts is crazy, man. But does it beat the Hellcat ZF8 speed? I don't think so, man. The ZF8 speed is a whole totally different monster all in itself. Now there are things that I would pick about this Camaro over the Hellcat, and there are things that I would also pick the Hellcat over the Camaro ZL1. The first thing where I'd pick the Hellcat over the Camaro ZL1 is this right here. Now, this obviously has 650 pound-feet of torque, 650 horsepower, but it don't feel like it's even close to, hold on, a little underpass. That thing sounds so beastie. It doesn't feel like that Hellcat, but to be in defense of the Camaro ZL1, look. It sounds good, it is legendary. But in defense of the Camaro, man, there's nothing that I've driven that drives or feels like the Hellcat when you hit that pedal. It's a different kind of feeling that Hellcat has, man. Just start from the factory. Once you get to doing everything that I've done to my Hellcat, where it's got over 1,000 to the crank and 800 plus to the wheel, and you start doing all that, then obviously it's a whole nother different kind of demographic that you're tapping into with the feeling that pedal gives you. But the Camaro's handling is much better than the Hellcats. I mean, let's just call it what it is. You know, this thing, I've had it for a week. This thing feels like you're literally, whenever you hit a corner or you change lanes or anything, it literally feels like you're on a railroad track, like you're just on rails. Like it's sharp as hell, man. And it's actually a really cool feeling, you know, to have, you know, compared to, you know, what I live with every single day, and that's my Hellcat Challenger. Man, it's getting hot up in here. But honestly, man, you can't go wrong with either or. You know, there's a bunch of things like people would say I like the Hellcat over the Camaro with, or there's, and vice versa, you know. But me, personally, I would pick the Hellcat over the Camaro. The reason why is because I'm not your track kind of dude. I don't give a fuck about 0 to 60 times. I just don't care about G-forces and all that other kind of shit. Like, I'm just the kind of guy, I like to drive every day. I like to look nice. I like to go fast. I don't like to race. You know what I mean? So all those things play a huge factor with me. Now, I feel like the people who want the Camaro ZL1s are people, you know, who care about all the logistics, all the numbers, all the specs, you know, going around the track, even going down the drag strip, even like a Hellcat, even though that's what it's like made for. People say it's a straight line monster, but me, honestly, I don't have them kind of problems with my Hellcat. Like, I gotta go here and grab some stuff, but I drive my Hellcat around corners and I never have a problem with it. Now, is it a Camaro ZL1? Absolutely not. But does it go around corners really good? In my opinion, I believe so. To me, I just feel like it all comes down to preference. You know, pick your poison, right? Because no matter what car you pick, there's gonna be pros and cons to it. Whether it's a sports car, whether it's a muscle car, whether it's a luxury car, whatever it is, a truck, it doesn't matter what it is. There's gonna be pros and there's gonna be cons. Some people are gonna see it and look at it and see nothing but perfection. Other people are gonna see it and see nothing but flaws. It's just the way it is. So if you ask me, in my opinion, like I said, I'm picking Hellcat over ZL1. And don't get me wrong, I love this car. If you watch any of the videos I've made so far about the Camaro ZL1, I actually do like it. I think people get so caught up in the fact, like, whether you're Mopar or whether you're Chevy gang or either you're Ford gang, like, there's not too many people that just give all three cars credit. I drove the Mustang GT350R. It's an amazing car. Even the regular GT350, amazing car. It's comfortable, fast, goes around corners good. A lot of people want to give it shit, you know what I mean? But I think the Mustangs are super dope. You get in a Chevy, Camaro ZL1, amazing car. Comfortable, goes fast, goes around corners pretty good, all that good stuff. Dodge Challenger Hellcat, Dodge Charger Hellcat. Amazing cars. I don't know why people have to feel the need to pick this one, that one, or that one. Why can't all of them just be dope? Why does everybody have to be biased like we gang banging, like it's Crips or Bloods? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, to me, I feel like give credit when credit is due. So if a car is dope, say it's dope. If it's legendary, say it's legendary. If you don't like it, then cool, don't like it, but that don't mean you gotta knock it. See the appeal in the perspective of other people who may actually like it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Camaro is actually a real beautiful car. I think it looks really good. I think there's a lot of things that it has an advantage over the Challenger with, and Mustangs and vice versa and all that good stuff, man. The Challengers obviously got things that they doing better than all the other ones, you know? The Mustangs, same, and so on and so on and so on, you know? So it all comes down to your preference, man. I honestly can say that the Hellcat Challenger is my preference. I like the coupe, I like the long body style, I like the aggressive stance. I think the Challenger or the Camaro and the Mustangs both have some aggressive stances, but out of all three, I feel like those two are more sports cars, and the Challenger is a muscle car. The Camaro, sports. Mustang, sports. My opinion though, not everybody has to rock with that. Some people can still believe that those two are still muscle cars, but I'm just giving y'all my opinion. And if you're really one of those people that really want to compare and contrast, compare the Camaro and the Mustang together. Don't compare the Camaro, the Mustang, and the Challenger. It doesn't make sense because the Challenger is really the last muscle car left. So obviously, if you're talking about corners and, you know, G-forces going around the corner and being on railroad tracks, tight feeling, the Challenger isn't going to stand a chance because obviously it weighs so much more. Y'all call it a boat and so on and so on. So obviously, it's fighting a battle that unfair battle that y'all are putting in. It can't even be in that category because if you look at muscle cars from the very beginning, none of them were good at handling. So how could a Camaro and a Mustang be considered a muscle car now when they're really good at handling compared to the Challenger Hellcat or the Charger Hellcat? Doesn't really make sense to me. That's just my opinion. That's just if you ask me. But you can compare the Mustang and the Camaro because they're both better at handling than they were, you know, than its predecessors from a long time ago and all that stuff. So I feel like you could compare the Mustang and the Camaro more to each other now because that's what they both kind of started focusing on, is going around tracks, you know, the times, the logistics, all that kind of shit that I don't give a fuck about. They started comparing all that stuff, and that's what they battle for now. Challenger is kind of its own demographic. You got Camaro, Mustang over here, you got the Challenger and the Chargers over here. Now that doesn't mean that they're not monsters, that they're not pure beasts. They just mean they're a different type of beast. That's just pretty much my opinion on having the Camaro for a week. If I had to choose, you put a gun to my head, I think both of them are dope, but if you put a gun to my head, you say, which one are you gonna pick? The Camaro ZL1 or the Dodge Challenger Hellcat? I'm going Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Out of all the cars I've driven in the muscle car or sports car, whatever it is, between the Mustang, the Camaro, and the Challenger, I would honestly say that, in my opinion, the Camaro ZL1 is probably the most universal of the three. But I wouldn't say the Mustang GT350 was too far off either, or the Mustang GT350. Man, that's a tough one. But they're manuals, you know, so I think that would come down to, you know, if you want an automatic or you want a manual. Me personally, I would want an automatic, so I would pick the Camaro ZL1 10-speed over the Mustang GT350. Probably not over the GT350R, just because of the fact that, you know, you don't see too many of those, and those would do really good for the channel. So, and that was actually a real legendary car. You just don't see too many of them, just like you don't see too many Camaro ZL1s on the road either, and that's just, you know, from my daily experiences. But if it was between the Camaro ZL1 and the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, I'm picking Dodge Challenger Hellcat every single time, even though this is way more universal and you get straight line power, you get go around the corners much better. Like I said, it's just a unexplainable feeling that I get when I hit the pedal of a Dodge Challenger Hellcat or a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. It's just the way that it comes, man. It's just so legendary. The thing is, for me, I try to keep everything as simple as possible. Like, because once you start thinking about the looks of a car, like if you ask me which one looks better, man, it's kind of tough because I like sharp edges. I like Corvettes and stuff like that. The stuff with the Lamborghini Aventadors. And the Camaro ZL1 obviously is neither one of those, but it has sharp edges and cuts like those. And the Dodge Challenger is kind of like, you know, just one big slab, you know what I mean? And it is cool and it is legendary and the stance is aggressive, but I really like the front ends of the Camaros better, and I like the headlights better on the Camaro ZL1s more than the front end of the Challengers, even though they're dope and all that. You know, it's just, I like that sporty kind of look, but at the same time, I just like that muscle kind of feel. But if I had to choose which one I like more, the look or the feel of the pedal when I hit it, I'm going with the throttle response, man, because that's when you're in here and you're driving it, that's what's going to be the most exciting. When you're driving the car, you can't see how it looks from the outside. You know, it's very rare when you can see a reflection upon a window. But real car people know when you're driving your whip and you go past a window, better pay attention to the traffic, man, because you'll crash into something. Definitely if it's a car you really love, because I'm always looking at the reflection of my Challenger when I'm driving it. You know, and I haven't driven my Hellcat in a while, because if you're real G Squad, then you know it's been having all the modifications and all that stuff done to it. It got big drag radios and it's big snow in Minnesota right now, and I'm out here in LA and I'm in the Camaro ZL1. So, you know, these are just my thoughts and opinions, man. Let me know if y'all agree with me or not. Comment below and let me know, man. But that's it for this video, man. I got to go in here, grab some stuff real quick. Sorry for the sit and talk, but you know, going home today, back to Minnesota, back to Antarctica. So, you know, without further ado, man, I will see you on the next video. Stay tuned for all the other videos I got coming y'all way. I got another one coming with the Camaro, and then when I get home, I got to pull some more rabbits out the hat in the middle of that blizzard. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for all that, man. Tall Guy Car Reviews, man. I'll see you on the next video, baby. I'm gone.